Cheers! Welcome to my channel. This is a bonus reading for you, Capricorn. I am looking into what does the effect of the Chinese New Year have on the Western zodiac signs. And the major difference between the two are that the Chinese zodiac, the New Year starts on February 17th and it ends on February 2027 on the 5th. And this is because it follows the lunar cycle. The Western zodiac follows the solar and celestial signs. And so, of course, it begins on January 1st, and we just celebrated that. This year, on February 17, we will move into the year of the fire horse. And this is one day before moving from Aquarius to Pisces energy. So if you already have blown your New Year's resolution, this is your second chance here to make a new one. And we'll start with the underlying energy from the bottom of the deck. And we have the Nine of Pentacles. So this card's been coming up quite a bit, actually. I feel like 2026 is going to have a lot of opportunity to it. The Nine of Pentacles is like one pentacle away from all the pentacles you could have. This is the perfect Capricorn energy. It's talking about how do you invest your time and your energy and your money so that, and who do you invest it with, and making sure that it's balanced by this ratio. So she has her hand on Six of the Pentacles. The Pentacles represent health, wealth, happiness in the 3D world on Earth that represent the energy of the Earth. And of course, your sign Capricorn represents the Pentacles. And then we have the three Pentacles behind her. And those are what she has to invest, give to charity, you know, that kind, invest in others, that kind of energy, and family members. But she has learned about the give and take of her time and money and energy so that she understands that she always has to keep enough for herself so that she will continue to have energy to put into other people and that, you know, like her family, other investments, etc. So this, if you've heard of Nikola Tesla, he talks about the 369. If you understood the beauty of the 369, you would have the key to the universe. So that's the energy, Capricorn, we're beginning with. Ew, and then, okay, so this energy here is talking about well, it's pretty clear it's not the best energy. Having said that, so this is the ninth, this is representing 2025. 2025 is about being in this position. And 2 plus 2 plus 5 is 9. So that represents a year-long cycle, or sorry, a 10-year cycle that began back in 2015. And it's talking about the energy now switching over to 2026, and 2 plus 2 plus 6 is 10. So this is like a 1 year and that we're moving into. And so there's this energy of having been stabbed in the back and being left for unalive here. So this energy, clearly it's not a great place to be. Having said that, it's also talking about light at the end of the tunnel. On the day that we moved into the Capricorn energy oh, here comes my beautiful partner, Stella the cat. She was sound asleep. And, but she always can tell when I'm doing a reading. She was in the bedroom. Hi, you can sit on my lap and do the reading with us. Her job is to purr, raise the vibration. All right, so we have this energy here, and I was saying on the 22nd of December, we moved from Sagittarius energy into the Capricorn energy. And at the same time, the next day there was the solstice, or the day before was the solstice. The solstice is the longest night of the year and the shortest day. And so this is representing now, like that was on the 21st of December, and it's now January 4th as I do this reading. So by the way, happy birthday, Capricorn. And we have this energy now of a blessing in disguise. So this can represent the light at the end of the tunnel because the days are getting longer now and the night's shorter. And the energy here, this figure has their hand in the form of a blessing, which can mean that this is an ending. It's representing the end of a cycle. So it might be saying, I mean, there's a lot, the affluence here is here, but there might have been something tied to it that was very concerning for you. So we're just going to look into this some more. So this would be like February. And this is, the lovers are coming in. So this card is talking about having a partner. And it also can talk, like, okay, so it can talk about two things. This is having someone come in that was meant to be your partner. And the sun is shining on this, so it's like a divine partner. And the energy is talking about having choice, like having choice about who you do things with, what you do, how you do it. And that this person is like a divine partner, and it is someone who is your lover. Like, so this is talking about romantic love, and in between them, you'll notice there's this cloud here, and the clouds in the tarot represent not being able to see things clearly. So perhaps you weren't able to see things clearly, and that was part of the problem with this energy, because this is representing someone that has had 10 very harrowing experiences, being stabbed in the back by someone that they trusted. So we have these two cards. Let's see some more. You might be more clear on this than I am. And I also want everybody to recognize that my readings are timely. So this could be happening in the past, present, or future. And also, this is just a snapshot of the energy today. And so this is like the direction things are kind of headed in. And you can always shift the energy and make changes, right? So the Chariot is coming in. So the Chariot is talking about getting back on your divine path. If you weren't on your divine path before, or maybe the two of you together weren't on the path with each other. And so this energy, if you notice, there's no reins here. This person doesn't need the reins because they're following their destiny. They're headed in on God's path. And this sometimes can also represent law and order, because the police cars are black and whites, and in the States, and they used to be in Canada. Now they're not. I don't see them as black and white from my memory, but in the States, I know they still have quite a lot of black and whites, and they used to put prisoners in these horizontally striped uniforms, because energetically, when you have horizontal stripes, it actually breaks up the energy and weakens that person, whereas the vertical stripes, like pinstripe suit, that kind of energy is strengthening of energy. And then we have the King of Swords coming in. So the King of Swords is a professional figure, someone who's at the top of their game in whatever they're doing. This can represent someone who earns their living by using their words, like speech, and their thoughts. So this is usually someone that's in the professional field. They can be like, this could have to do with law and order. Sometimes it could be representing a judge, a prosecutor, that kind of energy. It could also represent someone who is an inventor, someone who's an influencer using their words online. The King of Swords understands that thoughts are what turns into matter when it comes down to the physical earth, and that's the Capricorn energy is about bringing our thoughts into physical matter to be able to enjoy them on the earth. And the King of Swords is very much aware that words can be used as weapons as well as to raise people up. And they are very good at cutting through the bullshit. They usually like to really get to the point. And the energy is like their mental intelligence. They're aware that talk is cheap and actions speak louder than words, but they can be very charming and influential. Quite often it can represent someone that's an influencer, on social media. And so that kind of energy. Let's see what's going on here. Sometimes it can be a mentor, someone that you turn to a consultant of some kind, but they would be like someone that would be like higher up in the stage. And now we do have a cup of love coming in. So this cup of love, this is the Knight of Cups, and he's bringing in a cup of love. Now the cup of love quite often does mean romantic love, but it also can mean having love for someone other than you're romantic about. It could be love for a family member, or it could be love for yourself and what you love to do and what you love to be, and that kind of energy. So the Knight of Cups is coming in, and this is a communication. In the old days, the knights would would transfer messages from the king and the queen, and in the court, and they would travel sometimes for miles to deliver the messages. Of course, these days now, we have the ability to instantly send a message this could represent a phone call, it could represent a text message, an email, it could be a post on social media, it could be a letter, paperwork, that kind of energy. And so this energy is, there's some sort of communication coming in from the Knight in shining armor. And the Knight in shining armor is kind of like the one you would read about in the romance novels, that kind of energy, like the old-fashioned knight in shining armor. So the Knight in shining armor is looking right at the king here. And they have the same color sky here. So I feel like he's bringing in a communication to the king. And it's something about something he loves, someone he loves, that kind of energy. And possibly the king has sent the Knight of Cups to go and maybe send a message to his lover, that kind of energy. This is representing that this is happening, like it's already moving forward. So, let's see some more what's going on. Okay, so the message is regarding that there's been some sort of, clearly it's regarding this energy, and it's talking about a never-ending nightmare. So it's something that just keeps on repeating. And when you're laying in bed at night and you're worrying and you can't sleep, it's that kind of energy, kind of like Groundhog Day energy. The next day you wake up and it's still the same and the situation hasn't changed. So there's something that's happening regarding this energy. Now, whether or not this is you or someone you know, or like that kind of energy, that this has happened to, and now there's some information coming about that, or it's information coming in to the person that had this happen to them, and for some reason, like this could represent lawyer, prosecutor energy, a judge, that kind of energy, law and order here. So it's not really very clear. I'm getting there's several different scenarios. Sometimes this energy here can represent, in the wee hours of the morning, it's not uncommon for people to get messages from their dreams and also from their higher self and from God between 2 and 4 in the morning. And so it could be that this person had one of those messages and they are enlightened about this situation, and they are bringing in a message to the king about it. So it could be the lover bringing a message to the king, or the king sending a message to the lover. And it maybe the lover is the one that is in this position, or maybe it's them and they're communicating back and forth. It's not clear yet. So, because in the beginning, in 2025, we have all these pentacles, all this energy of all this money coming in, and then all of a sudden, bang, in January here we have this. And we're only on January 4th now. Remember, this is just a snapshot. So this could be ongoing energy that was behind the scenes think about what you were doing in 2015, 2016, in that same, what were you doing on January 4th, 10 years ago, basically. It could have something to do with that coming up. And then we have, okay, look at this. It's about this 10 of Pentacles. So as I said, the 10 of Pentacles is the energy of, that's the most pentacles you can get in the tarot deck. And so this 9 of Pentacles, this information is about lifestyle. So here there's an overabundance of money. It's raining money. We have the lifestyle, the big house. We have the energy of a couple and they have children and they've got pets and they're able to have time to visit with their neighbors, that kind of energy. And so I'm just not quite sure how that, like, because there wasn't any message coming in about another pentacle. And it's almost like this was the dream. And they had a dream or something about this. I'm not quite getting it yet. We'll get to it. We'll keep going here. So there was the Nine of Cups now is coming in. So again, like this is 2026, this is 2025. This is on the cusp of that. And I keep getting like, what were you doing back in 2015 and 2016 on January 4th? It has a lot to do with that energy. Like there is no time in tarot. It's a past, present, and future kind of rolled in together. And so again, you know, this is just a snapshot of what's happening, but it might give you some clarity if you look back then to what was going on. So we have like this is representing 9 cups of love. And this energy is like they're all lined up on the stage here. Like it's kind of like, but what we don't know, is this above this person's head or is this behind them? Is this the past, the present, or the future kind of energy? And we have like, this is a wish someone had. And, you know, if you're wishing for something, it means you don't have it yet. So you have to make sure that you stay focused on this goal. We have 9 cups already. We have only one more that can come in, just like the pentacle here. Now we've got the 10th pentacle sitting here, and that's when now the love comes in. And this person, the way they're sitting on the stage, they have their feet turned out, which means they're leaking energy, and their arms are crossed on their chest, saying that they're closed in their upper body. So this is very incongruent energy. This is saying there's something not congruent about this person's energy, believing that this is going to come forward. Perhaps there was a nightmare or something about that, you know, and this is representing like 9 different cups of love or something that you love. And this, what it's saying though is keep your focus, because you know, many a race is lost in the last lap kind of energy. And then we have, okay, disappointment in love. Okay, now we're seeing something more clearly. Okay, this is starting to make sense now. So these 3 cups represent like crying over spilt milk in the 5 of cups, or spilt wine actually. There's 2 glasses of wine and there's one cup of something else there. But this is like the universe saying, here's a different cup, which would be the 10th cup for here. This person is disappointed by what has happened. Whatever their plans were or whatever happened in this relationship, it didn't come through. I apologize if you just hear that in the background. I had to turn my dishwasher on and it just scared my cat and me. So I hope my mic is actually blocking that noise out. I think it should get quieter now. We have, okay, the 3 of Cups. This is talking about, like, it could be that there was 3 people involved in a lover relationship. So sometimes this can represent a third party problem. This can also, and look at though, here this romance, this cup that the knight is bringing in would bring this 10th cup, like would make this 10 cups. But this person is going, I don't know if I really want to go there. I've been so disappointed. It could be by this person that there's 3 cups here, and it's kind of like, I'm not giving them another chance. There could have been something that they didn't know about this person. There is also a chance that it is like they've had 3 relationships and it didn't work out, or this could be the third party. You know, there's a lot of different options here, but the fact is this person is sitting under the tree, disappointed in this outcome. And is like, you know, the body language is like, I don't want to have anything to do it, kind of like this. And look at, so this person is kind of saying, I don't even want this cup of love from, I don't want 10 cups of love from this lover. Like, that's not what I want. And because it's being offered on some level. So I'm just getting, this could have so many different scenarios, you know, but definitely the Capricorn energy is saying I'm disappointed. And like this fire horse energy that's coming in here on the 19th, this energy is talking about a real strong drive. Like it's talking about taking your energy, and like I haven't seen any wands here. Like I don't see any fire here. So whatever this is happening here, the fire horse energy is like not here. The only horse we see is this one coming in with this offer of love, and you don't want to accept it, sort of kind of energy. And there's all this stress over this backstabbing. And right now it feels like even if you have the money from it, you don't have the love, some kind of energy around that. And there could be legal proceedings happening because we've got the law and order coming here, and we've got like someone who's an authority figure here. Yeah, it's really like I'm doing my best to get a grip on this, but the fight. So the only, and this is not a fiery horse energy. This is someone who's calmly riding in just to deliver a message, and it could be from the king or for the king. And also recognize these are archetypes. So this could be a female coming in with the message in her masculine energy. This could be the King of Swords could be a female in her masculine energy. And we don't have any other female energy except the lover here. Like, and this one here. So this could also be a male in their feminine energy. So the fire horse energy is very fiery, and it's giving a lot of drive and, okay, let's go, like that kind of energy. It can also be very impulsive, and it can be, you know, in matters of love, very intense and passionate. And, you know, the danger with the fire horse energy is that there's too much fire or acting upon impulsive behavior. But we don't see even one wand in this reading as of yet. So let's keep going here. Okay, so there's some pentacles here. And this is talking about the give and take again. And look at this. What you had your hand on in 2025, this is like these six pentacles. This is representing the give and take, and how much to give to others and how much to take from others. About a fair exchange of energy, time, investment. And this person is receiving your time, energy, and investment, and this person is not, because this person already has something in their pocket. And so they don't need you to donate something to them. This is Libra, the scales of justice energy also. So this is talking about something not being just. And so someone didn't receive someone received what they shouldn't have, and someone didn't receive what they should have. And it's got to do with the energy of what are you investing in? How much are you investing? Who are you investing in? But like here, this is talking about having your hand on this Six Pentacles. And here it's about giving them away. So something's gone on here. I feel like this energy here could be representing that having the Ten of Pentacles and all this love and everything has ended in disappointment. It's been a dream, like a nightmare rather than a dream come true. And this energy has to do with this. Someone may have backstabbed you, Capricorn. And now you're in this energy here. We still have, though, that there's light at the end of the tunnel. And this is like a cycle that's ending. So whatever happened here is coming to light, that's for sure. Now, was this, you know, like, what does your lover have to do with this? Okay, let's keep going. The burden's coming in. Okay, now we have wands. So this is talking about this card can mean two things. This can mean, and again, it's the 10 year, 10 swords, 10 wands, 10 pentacles. So this energy is talking about, this person is clearly burdened with this weight and is doing their best to get it home. They're doing their best to bring the harvest home, but it's burdensome in some ways. So this card can represent you're almost there, keep going. It can also represent that you planted these seeds and some of them have become major burdens for you, and it's heavy. So it's like the wands represent actions that you took and that you planted. And it could have been like that 10 years ago. We got the 10 here again. So what were you doing again, like going back in time, sometimes will empower you to see what, what this, because this is the first fire energy, but this also can represent the new fire energy coming in from the fire horse. And that would add more energy to this situation again, right? So it's really like kind of like unclear. This most often means that you are carrying burdens that don't belong to you, or you could be carrying a harvest that doesn't belong to you, that kind of energy. We'll see what else is going on here. This is a very, okay, there's the Three of Pentacles here. So the Three of Pentacles means that, you're at the top of your game and you're in an elevated position from where you were before. But, and you have people that are recognizing this, that you've mastered your skill set, and they are wanting to collaborate with you. The problem with this card is quite often it does represent secret societies or collaborating with people that it wasn't actually in your best interest to collaborate with because they have different plans for your money than you do, kind of energy. And this is saying, like, if this was in the past, then I'm sure you're aware of it on some level. And if it's in the future, present or future, it's kind of saying, like, if people want to collaborate with you, make sure that they are in alignment with your goals, because you're in an elevated position now. You're on a stage, basically, is what's coming up. So this is coming in from this energy here. And you want to make sure that if you, it's coming up, get in bed with other people. That's a saying that they have, like when you get tied to people really closely. And sometimes that's in business, sometimes it can be in relationships, etc., that you know who you're dealing with. And the thing about this is with the Mason energy, this is a stone Mason working on this energy. This card sometimes does represent secret society energy. So make sure if you are going into this new year here that you're collaborating with people that aren't going to do this to you. Because make sure that you're in alignment with your destined goals and that they also are, because that's what this energy is about. Like, this energy comes in, all this beautiful shift comes in if you stay on your destined path. If you get off your destined path, it can end in, like, this shifty energy here. And we have like that energy of what you thought was going to be all of this is now this, like, and that happens sometimes. Sometimes we work really diligently on something and it's something that we thought we wanted to do and wanted to have. And then once we have it, we don't want it. That's a common human condition. So, you can just put them down. You don't have to carry them unless they're burdens that are caused by people that weren't in alignment with your path, or you weren't in alignment and collaborated with people. And now it's all, the shift has hit the fan, basically, is the energy here. This is really interesting energy, though. I'm having a bit of a challenge reading it. I'm quite familiar with the Capricorn energy. I have a lot of Capricorn energy here and there throughout my chart. And so, it's usually like taking consistent steps of action towards your goals, doing everything you can to build, being very determined, liking the beautiful things in life, and being around people that also do that kind of energy. So let's see what's going on here. Yeah, and like we have this threesome energy here, you know, that kind of energy. And also what's coming up also right now is it's January 4th when I'm doing this reading, but we just had the full moon in Cancer. And that energy is being really amplified right now because of the fire horse energy also coming in, and the fact that we're ending one 10-year cycle, moving into another 10-year cycle. The Cancer moon is really moody. Like it's you know, think of the adolescent girl who just started her cycle kind of energy. Cancer is ruled by the moon. And so when the moon is ruled, like when the moon is in Cancer, it amplifies the energy of it. And across from this moon right now, when you look at the zodiac chart, across from the Cancer energy is the Capricorn energy. And so the Cancer energy is a crab that wants to stay home. They love their home so much that they want to have their home on their back. That way they never actually have to leave it, kind of energy, right? And it's like, you know, think of an adolescent girl who just started her cycle, and, you know, she just wants to stay in bed and eat comfort food and cry and watch a movie. and then the Capricorn energy is like, no, let's go climb a mountain, you know? So it could be that you had some mismatched energy with your lover, that kind of energy. Because in Capricorn right now, okay, and we just moved into that, as I said, at the beginning of this reading on the 22nd, but this is now opposing the moon. And in Capricorn, we have the sun, and that is shining light on anything that was like, would have caused this, basically. And then we have the Mars energy, which is super aggressive energy. And, you know, that's the energy you have to watch from the fire horse energy. It can be very aggressive. You think about a horse that got the bit in their mouth and they just start to run, and you're on their back. Like, you're pretty helpless. Like, you know, the horse is a big animal, and if they have the bit in their mouth and they want to run as fast as they can wherever they go, all you can do is hang on for dear life, really. You can't stop them. And that's the kind of aggressive Mars energy. And then also Venus is in there, and that's what rules love. It rules Venus energy is ruling Taurus energy, which is the second sign in the zodiac. It's the toddler of the universe, that's the stage of life. And so it's very all about not having learned about give and take yet. Like, you know, toddlers, how they are, they're adorable, and but they're, at the same time, they can throw major temper tantrums when they don't get what they want, because they don't like to share. It's that kind of energy. So you've got, you know, the sun, Mars, and Venus opposing this energy over here in Cancer, and that's happening like right now, like tonight again. That full moon, the energy, you can feel the full moon energy usually 3 days before and 3 days after. And because you're in the Capricorn energy opposing this moon sign, you're going to be really feeling it right now. I'm posting this like first thing tomorrow morning. It'll be January 5th. But that energy, that full moon came out on the 3rd, right? So that energy is still really intense right now. So if you're watching this, you know, like as I post it or after I post it, just recognize that if you're feeling really volatile right now, to chill out. You don't want to be impulsive. You don't want to be in that fire horse energy and do and say, you know, use your words wrong and do, you know, actions that are going to be burdensome in that. You want to chill out. You want to go inward and meditate. That would be the best scenario for you right now, Capricorn. That energy is intense right now for you because it's opposing the moon and everything that's been hidden in the moon. You know, that's the thing. So if you're enjoying this, please do like and comment and give it oh, sorry, I said give it a like and a comment. And I would really appreciate it because it does empower me to build my channel. And then also, I'm going to be using my Oracle deck, Tales from the Vector. TalesFromTheVector.com is my website, TAILS. So this energy in my Oracle is from the Intergalactic Federation of Light. And I started working on it in 2007 and completed 64 paintings by the end of 2020. And now I've had them out and about, you know, at psychic fairs, etc., but not when they were when the whole deck was done. And now I'm getting ready to bring it out at some point after I gather the information. So in the description box below, I will put the numbers of the cards or numbers of the paintings as they're listed in my on my website in the gallery are on these cards, and I will put them in the order they appear here. So if you want to take a look at the energy, it may give you some more enlightenment on this situation. I keep getting to remind you, though, that this is a snapshot. So it's kind of like this is where the energy is sitting right now as we speak. So be careful that you don't get in that impulsive fire horse energy. And, you know, I'm just tuning into this energy, and I haven't got a card that wants to come out yet. And that's how this deck usually goes. Okay, here it is. So, okay. Number 44, there was some sort of deception here. And this is Kiss Me Good. There's a hex in the city. So this is the witches and their broomsticks card. So this energy is talking about infidelity in a relationship. There could have been a third party, some sort of deception in the relationship. This is a tactic that happens for a lot of people. So yeah, there was something, whether you know it or not now, if you're in this energy, you probably have figured it out. There is some form of deception that regarding your lover and your love life. And then we have lack of awareness, something you didn't realize that was happening. And this has caused a lot of missed opportunities, maybe that were supposed to be coming in and they haven't come in because of the deception. And then we have Gemini energy. So we have, like, as I said, we have the Aries energy sitting in Mars. That's the newborn baby that is, you know, crying really loud to be noticed. Like very Rami energy. Babies come in head first for a reason. Then we have this Taurus energy, you know, the being ruled by Venus, and that is about the lover energy. And it's in this, also in this pentacle energy, like, and you know, like it's about love. And if you've ever read or heard the book, Mars is, Men Are From Mars and Women Are From Venus, it's kind of talking about that energy. And I feel like that's what this Gemini energy is on here. I just feel again, this is, Gemini energy is about, you know, two people facing in different directions, basically. And so it's about the masculine and the feminine within each other and also in relationships, not seeing eye to eye sometimes. Gemini energy is kindergarten stage. It's right after the Taurus stage, and it's about learning, and it's about creative solutions and logic. So it's learning to use your intuition in a strong way, that kind of energy. And then we have another karmic space, which is abuse of power. So this is talking about using your knowledge, because the knives do, or the swords do represent knives, swords. They represent this energy of thoughts, right? And thoughts, what you do with your thoughts, what you intend to do with your thoughts will either, like, as I said, the King of Swords recognizes that, you know, talk is cheap, actions speak louder than words. And also, words can be used as weapons. There's no doubt about that. And then we have the energy of falling star. So this is about talking about energy that on some level you really had love for this person. Like this is someone in your heart chakra, like being unfettered and wanting to be yourself and wanting this person to want you kind of energy. Yeah, because it's the knight in shining armor, like really was making a valid love offer. Or this can even represent a proposal of a marriage kind of energy. the shooting star energy is here. And so this is about having a really strong attitude. As I said here, this is kind of the energy of, it's just kind of like, is this 2025 and this is 2022? You know, take that in mind also. So, but this is saying, like, if you wish upon a shooting star, you can't just stand there and expect, oh, you know, now it's going to fall from the sky in my lap, and then be disappointed if it doesn't. It requires you taking some action and having a good attitude. And it feels like there was something wrong with that here. The intention, the attitude around the intention, the attitude between you and your lover, something like that. This is base chakra energy. This is about survival. This is about wanting, you know, to have your material needs met, and having a fear of lack, like there's not going to be enough and I want to have more, that kind of energy. And isn't this interesting? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay. So this, I was just trying February, March, April, May, June, July. So August, September-ish energy. So something about September. Let's keep going. That would have to have been last year or 10 years ago kind of energy. Oh, look at this. We have the moon coming in here. So there's some sort of energy coming from the Capricorn, like that Mars and Venus and the sun shining light on what happened on this moon. And if you have discipline of your mind, then it can be reckless abandon, WRCK. But if it's like you don't have discipline of your mind, then like the energy ends up more like this. And perhaps the intention of whatever this was being like, you know, a secret, a hidden, it's something like that energy coming in. Temperance. So this is talking about, sometimes people consider the Temperance card like an earth angel kind of energy. This represents the energy of the Sagittarius energy, and it is about devotion to your life path and what path that you're on and the steps that you're taking, that kind of energy. This also can recognize, this is saying that someone was very dedicated to their path, and they've been waiting patiently, you know, for things just to shift here. So this is saying it is shifting. That's the good news. So the Sagittarius energy is very highly tied to this horse energy. I mean, you look at the fire horse, it's like Sagittarius energy, the fire and all of that. So what it's saying is that fire horse energy, like right after March, that's coming in, and it's going to bring around resolution of whatever all of this was, you know, and then maybe the disappointment will end. Then we have perception and major accomplice. So sometimes people feel like, you know, they cheat or whatever because they feel like the grass on the other side of the grass on the other side is greener. And that's the energy. And then they find out after, it was just a fake, like none of it was real. And that's where the disappointment comes from. And it's kind of like believing at that time, the perception being that everything was about, this person was all about that, you know, and that was all about this person. It's kind of like two people that were so like twins almost energy, you know, but yet they're not looking at each other. They're facing in opposite directions. So that's the kind of energy. You know, you can have green grass with someone. You just have to water it, cut it, fertilize it, you know, that kind of nurture it. And then this is talking about the give and take in life and this energy of this deception here. And this is, if you have expectations on your journey as the Fool, expectations will create limitations. And limitations, you know, like that you're on a foolish journey if you're not on your destiny. So it's about going off the path and then having expectations that that's going to work out, and all the limitations stop it from. I'm also getting this energy because this is all about this money here. I feel like, you know, you may have noticed when you have a bank statement that 2 zeros before the decimal point can make a very big difference, right? And it's talking about expectations of it being way more money than this kind of energy. And then okay, so death is coming in. There's a transition about these burdens. Something's going to come to light here, maybe even today and tonight, because the full moon is certainly in that energy, right? And death is actually rebirth as well. It's very similar to this card here, and both of these are a 10. Like, the energy is very similar. It's the end of a cycle. And so that might mean that, like, this energy is caught in between here. So let's see, what is that about? So this is about ego, okay. Like a bat out of hell. Keep your ego in check. That's the energy. So, you know, when people come in this energy, when they're coming in that type of energy, they're going to be very flattering, and that, you know, hey, you're all that, you're at the top of your game, that kind of energy. That's how people that want to, I feel like this energy is saying maybe these people that wanted to collaborate with you, or that you have collaborated with in the past, were more after your energy because they also had their eye on this prize here. And that's like, that would be like if secret society energy coming out with this moon. It's about the money. Whenever, you know, sad to say, but whenever you want to know the truth about something, follow the money. And generally, you know, will bring some enlightenment to the situation. This has been a very different reading. I was getting energy coming in from so many people around. Like, there's a lot of people involved in this. And so, and it's like all these different scenarios coming in. I do hope that this sheds some light, like the moon tonight, on this. I would say, you know, meditate on it a little bit more, pray, and see if you get more enlightenment by the morning, because that full moon's going to be bright again tonight. And I'm talking about when this comes out on the 5th, the full moon is still going to have a big effect on the energy. So please do like and comment, and if you've enjoyed this reading, and consider subscribing if you resonate with the energy of the channel. And I will be back, Capricorn, with another reading for you mid-month, and let's see how this all shifts here. Bye for now.